Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. What you're looking at here is an L-head block that I have prepped up and ready to go. This block has hardened valve seats on the exhaust installed. You can see it there, right there. Hardened seats. They are cut properly. Valves are included. I matched each valve to its particular seat. I cut them, I lapped them in, and I vacuum tested it like I do, and they all draw a good vacuum. So valves are included with this, and this is board. I thought I was going to get away 40 over, but there was a little shadow in number 3, so I took it to 60 over. I just got finished honing it, and I gave it a good thorough washing with the pressure washer, and I oiled it down. And I'm going to try and show you guys while it's out in the daylight. And my screen's a little messed up here. Let me see if I can see. There was a crack right here you can see I fixed. I put an insert in here and here. Fixed a crack there and there. Just a tiny little one. And right in this area here you can see that was cracked. And I fixed that. This block has been pressure tested to 50 pounds. The cracks are completely fixed. Not a bit of leakage. And I know that because, like I say, I pressure tested it to 50. So you never see 50 psi in your cooling system, but I like to test them high. So like I say, this block is ready to go. And I'm going to bring it inside and I'll go over a few more things in detail with you. And I'll be back with you in just 1 second. Okay, back with you guys. I'm inside now. A little bit less glare from the sunlight. I put new studs into the block here where your intake and exhaust manifold are going to bolt up. Had some bad holes there, so drilled them, tapped them, helicoiled them. And like I said, I think you might be able to see better in here. That glare is killing me. This was cracked from the seat out. Had a couple pins in there. Time cert in there, time cert in there. Like I said, outside, I think you can see it better in here. A tiny little crack going into the bolt hole. Another one going into the bolt hole there. Don't over tighten your head studs, and you'll save your block from cracking a lot of times. I've seen a lot of guys pull the threads right out. They get on there with like 100 foot-pounds of torque or something. It's just not necessary. Be very conscious of how tight you're making things. And I think I can get you in there. Okay, when I magnaflux this one, there was a crack. You can see the stitching pins in there. This block was fixed cold. No heat went into it. And like I said, it was pressure tested. So that block is ready to go. And you've got new core plugs in there. And I'm trying to supply people with good quality L and F head blocks. I know the L head guys, people are throwing away a lot of blocks that don't need to be thrown away, and I'm trying to get everybody not to do that. The guys that are selling those Chinese blocks are selling them, I guess, as fast as they could get them. And I'm not looking to sell a lot of blocks, but I'm looking to sell good original blocks to people who wouldn't dream of putting a Chinese block into their Willys Jeep. There's so many horror stories with those blocks. I really have my finger on the pulse of what's going on with those, and they do not come just ready to put together like a lot of guys think, and they're almost $2,000 to get one of those. This block has been on the planet now for, I don't know, over 70 years. There's not going to be any more shifting. There's not going to be any more core shift or movement in the cast iron. But those new blocks, they're fresh. They're cast, they're machined, and then they're shipped. You almost can feel the heat coming out of them, I guess, when they come over here. That's how fresh they are. That's not really the case, but you know what I mean. They're cast, bored, and then they're here, you know, a couple months later. So guys are boring them, running their vehicle, and the block is shifting as they're running the vehicle. I can't say it enough, but if you want a Chinese block, you know, have at it, go for it. And when you have trouble, you know, because when you're running your Jeep, you don't want to have to go back and do the engine work. Like I say, I am putting together L heads, I'm putting together F heads, I'm trying to save all the blocks that I can. This is original steel, cast iron. It's different than what is being cast now over in China. We had a metallurgist look at the two blocks, and the composition is completely different. I don't want to get into metallurgy here, but people in the know have studied them, and they're nothing like the original blocks. We've got much more nickel in these original blocks. They're much more stable, and they've been seasoned, and you won't have any trouble with them. So I have L heads, and I have F head blocks. This is a good F head block ready to go. I can build this into a complete engine or not. I have another one over here that I'm using for myself. So I have blocks all over the place. Everything gets magnafluxed. Everything gets completely disassembled, cleaned, and you saw in some of my earlier videos, the valve seats get cut. The valves are vacuum tested. When you get one of my blocks, you'll have new guides in it. You'll have a bore that is precision honed and ready to go. I can supply them with or without pistons. I always include new guides and the valve that goes with that particular seat, because that's how it was put together, and I think that's the proper way to do it. I don't include anything else other than that when you buy a block, but I can supply you a complete turnkey engine with L heads. I can put a water pump, intake and exhaust manifold, oil filter, flywheel, clutch, any configuration that you'd like to get an engine is no problem. And like I say, the valve guides are in. Let's see if I can get you in there. Valve guides are in, properly reamed, and the valves go with them. If anybody would like to talk more about the engines, just send me a comment below. And I also want to let you guys know that with the help of Matt and Frank, I set up a Instagram page, and I set up a Facebook page, and it's easier to talk to some guys through the Facebook. I will try and get the links below if I know how to do that, so you can check me out in those couple places. And I'm going to kind of lay low on the videos a little bit. YouTube's just not really working out for me. The engine series has been my least watched videos, so it's not really worth it to put videos out anymore. It appears that that people would just rather buy a Chinese block rather than get a good, properly machined block. So you might not see me as much as you have here on YouTube, but I'm going to try out the Instagram and the Facebook for a while, and if that kind of flops, then I'll just kind of just do my own thing here. But you could always get a hold of me if you need an L or an F head, or any parts or bearings or pistons like that. If you need any of that stuff, you can always find me. I'll still be here. I just might not be posting regularly. And that's about all I have for today. But if anybody is interested in a good quality USA made block that is machined and ready to go, get a hold of me, and I'd be happy to crate it up and ship it anywhere in the United States. So give me a shout, let me know what you think, and pass it along. Tell your friends that blocks are going to become available, and I have a bunch of them in the cleaning process right now. So if they sell, I'll keep getting them out, and if they don't, well, I'll just keep building them for myself and see how that goes, and spread the word, pass this video around, and just let people know that there is an alternative to Chinese blocks. You just don't need them. These are properly stitched together, so you won't have any trouble with one of my blocks when you get it. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video if I put another one up, or like I say, I'll put the link to Facebook and stuff, and you can talk to me there, and let's try and get some blocks out there in people's hands that really are concerned about American blocks. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.